Okay. So if I want to start new project now, I don't need to cram the code. I will just go see this Symfony documentation. Everything they here. Even Ruby's or Rails get that documentation too. You can open source, just like a platform where anybody can use it. So I'll go under this. So this is the site. I'll go under setup and installation. Now, for you to install Symfony, you just need two things. You need PHP, which we already have. We're using XAMPP, and we need Composer, which is already downloaded already. So if you get those two things, you can install Symfony. So what I'll do now is say, these commands, I'll run them on the terminal. And this is our terminal. So if I press Windows R, then I'll type, so let me remove this stuff. I'll type CMD. CMD just means like my command prompt.
Yeah, sorry, we download Composer.
Yes, Composer is downloaded already. You get Composer already.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. You get. So if you not get Composer, very easy. So this is set to download Composer. Very, very simple. I will send the site to the group. So this is just down. Let's click on this place. Download. Then install. So this is the site. You just download them for you. So maybe I will put them for the chat.
Yeah, the one we do with XAMPP that time. Yeah,
Exactly.
I remember. Yeah.
So your system already.
Yeah, already. Yeah, it's true.
So Windows Arrow, just type CMD. You go open this command prompt. Now, because say this where they show me now, they show say I did my root folder, which is Omobude. So I want to go my desktop. I'll just press CD desktop because I want to install it for my desktop. So CD desktop. Enter. You get. Then now I want to run this command now for my desktop, but from the terminal. So I'll just go here, copy this command, which is this command here. Composer create project Symfony. Just copy the command, copy it, then paste it here. Then remove this name. Because it's just like any random name. Then give it your project name. So let's say test project. Test project. So enter. Just give us some time. But you make sure you get internet.
Yeah.
So you go internet, you go to install all the everything. Those things where you go, those files where you can't see, you go to install them from internet for you. They download them for you, all the dependencies, all the framework which Symfony you use, you go to install them for you.
Yeah.
More time. So you don't install finish now, sharp. So now this stuff now, I can go this next command now, which is
CD, my project directory.
Exactly. So I'll copy this command now. Still on my terminal, I'll paste it here, CD, but I'll remove this name now. Now go find the name to call the directory. So I call the directory, I think it was test project. So I might just confirm.
Yeah, test project.
Test project, yeah. So I'll call out. So CD into test.
Yeah, but for our project now is the school management system.
Yes, school management system, yes, exactly. Then I'll run this last command to install the full complete packages.
Okay.
We are going and that's all. So once I install this, you might just run the last command. Yeah. Control-V. I'll give us more time again. Anything stuff, okay. So all those files where you call select and so site they install them.
Yeah.
So you just give us just that 3 command, that's all.
Okay.
But if you want to just API, if you want just do just API, you don't need to run these 2 commands.
Yeah.
Just this is okay for API.
Yeah, for the I see where they for differentiator.
Yeah, but because we build a full web application, we run this 3 command. But if I just do just API connection, because API, you don't need the front end for API. You just need just the controller and the model. So that's how they differentiate exactly. So this one are for like microservices API. But if not full application, this is the command exactly.
Yeah.
And so I'll just put no here. I'll just put no.
Why you put no?
Yes, no, because you want to add some. So you see this stuff now. You want to add some. Let's see, just a minute. So okay, good. So you want to create some extra files where I not gonna need.
All right.
Yeah, so like Docker file. So you want to create Docker file, but we never reach Docker yet.
All right.
Yeah, so that's like, so anything once because this file we'll create them by ourselves later. We want to deploy to the server.
Okay.
So let me say I just like say no, we don't need any Docker file for now. We just install this Symfony project. So you clear the cache now. Clear the cache now. This one finish now. You clear the cache, so it'll take some more time. Just try to clear the memory. Like if you load this new stuff where they install. We might show as they clear, I might just show you the folder where they install. So I'll name my folder. If we go desktop on my computer, I'll look for tests. So test projects should be here. Where I look for that. So test projects. Test projects. Yeah, so this test projects. You see the test project, bros. It says you don't install those many things.
Yeah.
But we'll just wait, make it finish, then we'll come open up for VS Code.
Yeah, so you can open test project for VS Code.
Exactly. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. They just finish. So you come for that test project for VS Code.
Okay.
Then you can see those about that video that create for you. Yeah, so you just 3 commands, they don't install them.
Yeah. It's clear now.
Yeah, exactly. You just finish. So if you close this one, yeah, I get this one. Scripts, cache clear.
If we go into our main one, since I don't get the idea.
Okay, since you don't get our bill, okay, that's
yeah,
fine.
that should be better. It's no waste time.
No waste time, exactly. So that's just basically. So you open that folder for VS Code.
Yeah.
But this main one, based on the fact, say, for this main one, we know they create new projects because we already have a working project already. So if you want to do this one, if you want to do this one for your server now, all you do now, so make I delete this. So make I delete this. So what is not this one for the background makes they run. Then make I delete this student management system. So if you delete one, it don't really matter. So make I delete them. So let's assume say I don't get this project before. So make I delete this project management system. I just delete. So I don't want to load them up from my system. Let me delete it. So that's why it's good for you to save your files for Git repo, because your system will crash if you go mistakenly delete something. So that repo be like your backup of your code. So why not delete this one? Let me just delete. Okay, don't delete. So as you say, almost there. Okay, good. So you don't delete now. So because this project, we already create them before, and only once we create them. So I'm not supposed to create this project every time again. All I need to do, I just need to come here. I'll just go to the repo. So if you go under, everybody get the access to the organization. So if you go to that organization, I just take them down. So under organization, you select your organization for your GitHub. You see this organization. Then if you access all the repository. So this is the student management system here. Then I'll just copy this under the code. I'll copy this link. See this link now? I'll copy them. So I'll just click on this, copy it. Then I'll open my terminal. So why this one see the clear? May I open that terminal? Then I'll go to my desktop, CD. I want to enter my desktop now. I want me this file they created my desktop, CD desktop. So desktop. Then I'll run git clone because I want to clone this thing now locally. I want to clone it from this server now. The command is git clone, then the URL where I copy from here. So by default, it will create a folder called student management system for me. You get so git clone the URL, enter. Then you go clone you go like say download this so it's not finish. It's not download them.
But it's not every time we want to work that we'll clone. It's
no,
just once for all.
Exactly. So if you just once, because I delete them from my folder.
Yeah.
I delete them, that's why I clone it again. But if I had it already, I'll just open it and continue working.
Okay.
You get so this is the folder here. So I'll then open. So if I want to open, I feel open with VS Code or I feel open with PHP Storm. So either one. But for this system, I get only PHP Storm. That's why if not, I feel open with VS Code also. And you go load up the entire project for your IDE, whether PHP Storm or VS Code, the same thing. So you load them up now. So you load the stuff up now. So just give us some time. Yeah, but no question as regards the database mapping now. That one not clear now, we?
Yeah, that's clear. Yeah.
We're making progress now.
Yeah, that's clear. Yeah, I was just looking at how we are able to install the Symfony, get those files. From the file now, we are not trying to add them gradually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got it now. It's clear.
That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. So good. Okay. So this is the project now. Remember this. So what you're seeing, this is the README file, which we are saying, yeah, exactly. So which are saying, yeah, this is coming from.
I just want to this README file from our GitHub. Is there any way we can type in this student this README file?
Normally, you're not supposed to type on GitHub. Normally,
okay.
Your ID, then push to your GitHub. So GitHub should.
So where do you type this now and push?
Yes, so you type it on your IDE. Yeah, you type it here.
From for example, like from the VS Code.
Yes, exactly. From the VS Code, you do it here. Then you push to your IDE. Yeah, that's fine, boss. In fact, we just started, sir. No, we're just doing a recap basically. So, bro, GitHub is not for you working directly on GitHub. It's not going to work directly on GitHub. You should work on your IDE and push to your GitHub.
Where do you type this thing now? This your README file.
Yeah, README.file. So let's say, for example,
when you downloaded this, it will come with a README file.
No, I'll create it. I'll create it file.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll create a README. So if you do it, let me look at this thing. So that one has ended. Okay, this one is still here. But if you look at this folder now, this test folder, it doesn't have a README file here.
Yeah.
It has the
.env,
no composer log, but it doesn't have a README file. So what I'll do is that I'll just create a file called README. So the format is name of the file is called README.md. That's the
Okay.
file. Create it, then write all your instruction about the project.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the file that GitHub will now read to display this stuff like this. So look at it, that
How do
GitHub
you
is
not push it to GitHub?
yeah. So you create a branch, you commit,
Okay.
push it. Then
Okay.
you
Yeah. Ah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah,
remember,
just like as we are starting the other
yes,
project to we
exactly.
start
So for
it to
every
it.
update you do, you create a branch of the
Branch, yeah.
master.
Then you commit it.
You add the files, you commit it, and you push to GitHub.
Yeah,
You
to
create a
GitHub.
PRO on GitHub to merge back to the master. Yeah, so you
Okay.
don't add directly to the master branch. No, you have to create a PRO to merge
But
to the
this
master.
README file is different from the master branch. Now. It's not added to the master branch.
So it's already added to the master branch. So if you see, if I click on Git branch now, I'm currently on the master branch. Because why? If you look at this PRO now, let's look at our PRO. So currently we have 2 PRO that have been approved. So you see this one now. This was the README I created.
Oh, the README, yeah.
Yeah. So I think Bros OZ Edigbongo helped me approve them. So this was the file I created. Yeah. So this was
then the main code for the project now was the other file.
Exactly. That's what we did last week.
Mm.
So if you look at this so you can track all your changes as you are going step by step as you are building your application. So this one is what we did last week. I think bros, you even approved safe. So this will show you all the files. Yeah, all the files that we changed the database, we created.
Yeah, so one folder will be for this, then the other folder will be for the futures of the project.
Yeah, exactly. You see it now. So that's like, so whatever we'll do today now, we'll create a branch, create a pull request. So we now have by the end of today, we should have like a third pull request as we are building. So to be clear. So we can track what we are doing basically.
And all the mapping not being in one pull request.
Yes, it's possible. But the thing is that if your it's possible, yeah, it's possible. But if your pull request is too long, the person reading it maybe if you don't understand,
Yes, we have to
not be robots.
break them down.
Break it down exactly. So I can say, okay, like this one, I know this is school and 10. So I can easily say, okay, fine. I'm expecting to see school. But if you just load all your 10 tables, the person will just be confused. So most times it's good you take it step by step.
Yeah,
Even
no
for you too,
worries.
sometimes
No worries.
if you
We are
want to
good
go
to
look
go.
that thing back.
Yeah, we are good to go. We are good to go.
You get it exactly. So that's it.
Thank you.
Yes, boss. So this is the readme file exactly. So currently I just checked my branch and I'm on the master branch. You get so all these things you are seeing here, Symfony will create all those things for you. You get so let's go back to so let me open our database that we're creating. So let's just refresh ourselves. Let me look at our database. I think it was under let me see CorelDRAW. That was our map. How was the last time? Let me open CorelDRAW so that we can see our map out. Let's continue the mapping. But for the database aspect, it's clear, boss, Abi.
Yeah, but you said you will open the server from a PHP store. What we talked about.
Good. Yes, good. Good. That's true.
So good. No, I'm used to XAMPP. No, I'm used to XAMPP because XAMPP, we go to XAMPP, Echo.
Yes. So PHP, Symfony has its own server. So Symfony has its own Apache server by itself. So, but the only thing we'll run on Symfony, if we're running Symfony, is that because we're connecting Symfony to our local database, we'll on our MySQL server on our XAMPP. So the only thing we'll start is this MySQL because Symfony uses our local database, remember? But Symfony does not need Apache because it has its own Apache. So you can see now, my port is trying to start, but it is stopping. It's trying to start, but it's stopping. So what it means is that another project is using this my port for MySQL. So I need to stop that project. So let me just look for that project that is using my port. So let me look, if I type in Docker PS, exactly. So you can see this project is using my port 3306. And because it's using this project is using my port 3306, I cannot assign this port to this my project. So what I need to do is that I need to load up this project and close that project using my port so that this project can use my ports. I don't know if you understand, boss. Exactly. So because I'm running lots of projects, so I need to open this project now with PHP Storm. Let me open it. This is the project that's
Yeah, he said the MySQL. I think a MySQL.
Yeah. So if you look at this stuff now, MySQL uses 3306. It's trying to start, but it's telling me that another project is using that port. So
Is that the test we just did?
Sorry?
Is it the test project we
No,
just
no, it's not the test. It's not the test.
Okay,
It's one project I'm running.
Docker.
Another project. It's
Okay,
another project.
test Docker and all that.
There's another project. So let me quickly close this. So this is the project that's using the ports.
Okay.
I was running this project yesterday night. That was why. So I forgot to close the port. So because I'm using Docker, I told you that before we deploy, we use Docker to deploy.
Yeah.
So we use Symfony server again. We create our own deployment pipeline and run a container. So let me just so Docker compose down. So this command now will close all the ports that this project is using. So you see, it's stopping all the ports. It's stopping my SMTP server, it's stopping my engineers, it's stopping my PHP admin, it's stopping my app, and then you're going to stop also my database also. So it's stopping it now. So this project you are seeing here is this project I did for somebody. So my friend in Birmingham is starting a restaurant today, and this is the project that I did for him. So you see this project, yeah, I did this stuff for him. So it's a booking management system to help them book, manage their booking. So this is the project. It's coming from here. So this is the file. It's a Symfony project. So I've removed this now. So let me go back and start XAMPP. So XAMPP should work now. Let me close this. So XAMPP should work now. So if I start it, so you see it's starting now. So you can see the port is now available. So 3306 is now available because I've closed it on that other project I was using it before. Yeah. So this is good. So we can close that. Now, follow this instruction. So we've said so two things you need to install Symfony, it's PHP and Composer. You get now we've run this command, which is the git clone this command. Now we're already in this directory. So because if you look at our, so let me close this folder. So if you look at this stuff now, if I click on clear, we're already in this directory. So your terminal shows you're already in this directory. You get now, but look at what so Symfony is smart. Symfony is telling me that by default I should find a vendor file. You can see vendor directory is not found. So Symfony is telling me to run composer install. Because why? So normally so your composer.json file contains all your packages that you need that Symfony needs to run to build your application. But all those packages are stored in a third-party folder called vendor. But during the process of committing our changes, we don't push that third-party vendor folder to GitHub. No, because it is believed that when you clone a project for the first time, you have to run this composer install command. So you can see, so Symfony is sharp. It's telling you that I cannot find a vendor directory, run composer install, but that's fine. But let's just go through documentation. It's documentation. So I said to install the project directory, run composer install. So this is the project, this is the command that Symfony is also telling me to run here. So I'll just also run it here. So composer install, I'll run it here. So you can see it will install. So everything on this composer file is going to install it. It's going to create for me a vendor. It's going to create for me a vendor directory and a var directory. But let's just see. So most times, if you are sometimes. Let me close this. Maybe that my system is going out of memory. Okay, so try to restore. So most times, when you just start your project, you want to start it without you installing this, running this composer install command. It will not run. Your Symfony project will not run. So make sure that you have so you can see that it's creating the vendor file for me now. You can see that it's creating the vendor file for me, and it's going to create the var file. Just that command, composer install. So it's creating it, still installing.
So if that Symfony did not flag up that alert for you to install, how are we going to install that vendor file?
Sorry, bros, I didn't get that.
Yeah, I said if the Symfony did not flag up that alert at the other side for you, so how will you install that vendor file? You know, the Symfony flag up that pop-up for you to install the vendor file.
So how will I install the vendor file, right?
Yeah, if that has not been flagged up, maybe we're just starting. You know, it was flagged up at the other side.
Yes. So the thing is, first of all, you must install your vendor file.
Okay.
So if you clone a Symfony project from GitHub, it's a must. You must run composer install. It's a must. Just once, just the first time, just the first time. You understand, boss?
Yeah, yeah.
I think my system is telling me performance issue. I think it's slow today. Is it because I'm recording? I'm audible.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. My system is doing that performance issue. Maybe because this thing is running. Let me close it first. So, bro, so if you clone a project from GitHub for Symfony projects, even if not even Symfony, even the same thing with Ruby or Rails, any PHP Laravel is a must that you must run that composer install. Yeah, it's a must. So for you to install all the dependencies that the project needs to run very well. So that's what this project is doing now, is installing all the dependencies that it needs to run this project. It's trying to, so yeah, it's trying to almost finishing.
So on which folder are we going to use the terminal for now? The JSON. This JSON, is it coming with the Symfony
Yes, it's coming with
okay.
Symfony. Yes, it's coming with
Okay.
Symfony.
Okay, so you run the composer on the JSON folder.
Yeah, exactly. On JSON, yeah, exactly. On your
Okay.
directory. So basically, it is installing all these packages that it finds in the JSON file.
All right.
It's going to be installing. That's what it's doing. It's just installing all these things in this file. So this file contains an instruction of what it needs to install for your project to run. Exactly. That's what it's doing basically. It's just installing all the projects in this file. I think this is my system today. It's really it's really very slow today. We're trying to clear the cache, but I don't know. It's always getting some posts here. But it shouldn't really matter. You can leave that. Let's just continue.
Yeah, let's go to our mapping.
Yeah, so but I think it's clearing. Now let's see. Okay, I think it's clear because it has created this var folder, but it's really slow. Yeah, so you can see these two folder, the var and the vendor. So that command will create these two folder for you. You can see in GitHub. So let me show you the way it is on GitHub. So GitHub. Back to GitHub. Back to GitHub. Organization. There's an the management system. So you see on GitHub, we don't have the var or the vendor on GitHub. But in our project now, because we run that command, composer install, it has given us the var and the vendor because these two files are required to run our project properly. So okay, these are finished. Okay, so it has created now, it's complete now. So it's up now. So let me open back our Cora drop so that we can see which table we are. So let's try to look at relationship. So remember we said, so let's pick one relationship. Let's have building relationship now. I think we've done like two. So if you can get relationship in entity, everything about entity is done. You just know how to map tables basically.
Yeah, because the same way you are going to map the other tables, just
Exactly.
link it to
It's the
the
same way
term and the school. Yeah.
exactly. So let's look at let's open our database file. Let's pick one table to map relationship with. Let's see how Symfony maps relationship.
Relationship, yeah.
Okay, so I think I should have, let me open it. Sent. I have yeah, I think it's this. Let me just load today. So good. So what we'll do is that let me see. Okay, good. So let's create the student table. They will create a relationship between the student and the class. So let's create two tables. Let's create the student table. Let's create the class table. Then we'll map this relationship between the class and the students. I don't know if that makes sense, boss.
But I was thinking maybe this will take one for this relationship table. Okay, just to map the two.
Yes, for now, okay, or let's pick, okay, let's map. You have to look at this term. This term is not mapped to anything yet. It's mapped to results. I will not go to the result table yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pick the one that we can just get to now. So
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, let's pick the students, the class, and let's map the student to the class. Let's see how the relationship. They will pick the teachers and the class. So what we'll do is that today, let me change the color. So today we're going to do these tables. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, so today we're going to do these tables today.
But sorry, the relationship I was thinking is the class and the class underscore subject and teacher underscore class.
Yes. So what's happening now? Just a minute, bros.
Okay.
So today we'll do this table. So let's work on these tables. So let me make it red. So tonight, okay, we're working on this table. So let's do this table. So this table, we'll do this table. Go to this class. So this table, we'll do this table. We'll do this table. And we'll do this table. So this 4 table, this is our goal for today. And because this 4 table has relationship. Now, from this 4 table now, you can see that this table is a joining table. It's joining the teachers to the class.
Yes.
Yes. Why this table is having relationship of the students to the class. So what it means is that for us to create these 4 tables, 3 tables are mandatory that we'll create first. We'll create the teachers, we'll create the students, the teacher, and the class first, mandatory. Because this teacher's class, it will only join, it's like a joining table, it will only join the teacher from the class. It will only exist when you have teacher and the class table. Then to now link the teacher to the class. I don't know if it makes sense, boss.
Yeah.
So by default, without the class or without the teacher, this table will not exist. So we have to have the teacher table, the class table, then this table will now help us to join this table and this table together.
But then sorry, what relationship table? I was thinking is the class underscore subject and teacher underscore class.
For which one?
Yeah, the relationship table.
Yes.
I was thinking it will be the class underscore subject and teacher underscore class.
So what is the class underscore subject?
Yeah.
No. We're going to create, so this is a relationship between class and subject. We're building it step by step. So we're creating a relationship between teachers and class.
Okay.
So this is to know which teacher teaches which class. This is to know which subject is done by which class. So there are going to be many relationships that I want to create. But we're taking this step by step because we want to dive into relationship now. So let's create the relationship first. Then we can now come down and create the relationship. We'll create the subjects and the class, link them together using this class underscore subject also. Then we'll create the results. Then we'll link these results to the session. We'll link it to the term. We'll link it to the class. We'll link it to the subjects. And we'll add the score and the grade. I don't know if it makes sense, boss.
Yeah.
So we're trying to create a relationship. So, but for this first step, remember the command remains the same. PHP bin/console make entity is the command. So PHP bin/console make entity is the command. So Let me go back here and create it here. So I'll create the command php bin/console make entity. So this is the command. So let's just wait for it to pop up. Okay, good. It's asking us what's the name of the. So I told you in Symfony, whenever you see entity, just know that it is table. What's the name of the entity or what's the name of the table you want to create? It's the same thing. Entity is like a table. Then I'll say I want to create name of the entity I want to create. So let's create students first of all. I want to create students. So students will have ID, surname, first name, middle name, address, and phone number. So let's leave this class first of all. We will not create the class now because for us to create the class, for us to link the student class, we must have to have a class table. So let's create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll skip this one first. We'll create the class, then we'll now come back to this table and link this class to this class. That's what we'll do. So let's start. So let me see. So the name of the table will be called students. So I'll call it like students. That's the name of the table. And we agreed. So I said no, there's no broadcast. And we agreed that so it's going to create 2 files. Remember, it's going to create 2 files for you. It's going to create the students file in the entity that will contain the structure of the table and the students repository file, just in case you want to write any extra SQL query that Symfony will just give you like write any is our choice. Then remember we said that the ID column is created by Symfony automatically. So we'll start from the surname. So we're going to call this surname. So surname. That's the surname of the student. Now the column for the surname. We're going to call it a string. Yes, it's a string. 255. So, bros, this was the 255 you're saying about. It's default. By default for strings, let's say 255. The name may be long.
Yeah.
255. You're saying, can this be null? So let's say no, because we want this. Every student must have a surname. So we allow this to. So it cannot be null. So no. It's asking, can this be null? So we'll put a no. It's asking for the next one. The next one is. So let's look at the next one. Next one is first name. So FIRSTNAME. So first name is a string. Yes, it's a string. What's the length? 255, which is fine. Can it be null? No, it cannot be null also because every student must have a first name. Next one is middle name. It's a string. What's the name of the string? 255. Now, can this string be null? We'll put yes, because not all students have middle name. You get some may have, some may not have. So let's not be too strict here. So we'll put yes. So yes means that I can allow this
to be empty.
To be empty, exactly. So remember, null is like empty.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yes. So let's go to the next one. Sorry, the next one is okay. Next one is address. Good. So address. So for address, I will not use a string because string may take maximum of 255. How about if the address is now more than 255? Let's say the of number 32 of this, of this, of this. The thing is many of. So I'll use a text. I'll use a text. So remember, if you put the question mark, enter, it will give you all these columns you can use here. So I'll look for text. So text, while string will allow maximum of 255, text will take any text. So I'll use a text. So this is the text I'm using now. I'm not using string, I'm using text because the address may be long.
Yeah. So text can accommodate both integer and both string.
Yes, everything. Yes, it can have any length. Number 5, you can take this to the end, you can take it. Then it's not be, can this field be null? I'll put a no because at least every student must have an address, just in case you want to track or want to reach out to the parents or want to reach out to the student address. So we'll make this mandatory. You must have an address. It's asking for the next column now. Next column now. So I've said let's leave class first of all, because if we create class now, we don't have the class, we don't have this table to map it to. So let's leave this first for now. We'll come back and create it after we've created the class. Then let's do the phone number. So student phone number. So let's assume on this our project. So let's just put this, make very simple. One student, one phone number. So let's just put, or should we have one student, multiple phone number? Which one should we use, bros? So I'm asking, should we have one student?
It depends. Yeah, it can be one phone number. It depends.
Okay, so this is one phone number, one master phone number. So let's create a phone number. So phone number. So one student, one phone number. So create a phone number here. Enter. Now remember, phone number, it should not be a number. Let's use a string. You didn't know why? Because we had like +234. So those +234, like they are string signs. So let's do a string. Yeah, let's do a string. But it will be wrong for us to give a phone number at 255. We're wasting our space. I think the maximum phone number we'll have is like 20 digits. So let's make it 20 here. And it's asking, can it be no? No, because every student must have one phone number attached. So let's put a no. So can this be no in the tableau? So let's put a no. It cannot be no. Good. So remember so let's create two files also. I create by default. This is my own. Let's like created at column and updated at column, just to track the time that record was created and the time that record was updated last. Just tracking. So I'll just create that also. So created at and is a time. Cannot be known. So yes, then updated at, it's like a tracking to check when last is updated. Cannot be known. Yes, so good. So as soon as I'm done, I will press the enter, double enter, then to terminate and leave that particular entity or that table. So now I want to run this. So now I've created this students table, but the only thing that is remaining in this table is that we've not created
class ID.
Exactly, because why? We don't have a class yet to map this ID to.
Okay.
Yet, so exactly. So we need to create the class first before we now come back and map it to the class ID. So let's create the class now. So the command is still the same thing. So it's going to be PHP bin console make entity, enter. Just give it a minute, it's going to pop up. You just understand. So Symfony is just to be loading it. It's just to be loading it. It's very simple. Symfony just take care for it behind the scene. You get. So let me just continue. So it's going to pop up now.
So what's the use of make control migration?
Yes, so that command will convert our entity to SQL command, SQL query.
Oh, okay.
And remember here, so that's as if you tell that whenever you are not ready, give me this command. I want you to convert all the tables you've created newly into SQL raw statement that you can now push to create those tables in your database.
So to open a folder for us now with all this.
Yes, exactly. To create another new file with all this raw SQL. Exactly. So it's asking us what's the name of the table we want to create. So this table is called class.
Yeah.
So let's call it class. Let's see if Symfony will accept it. So class, it may not accept it. So it may say yes, because class is a reserved word.
Yes, reserved. Yeah, because they have class.
You call PHP class, exactly, class. So let's call it student class.
Yeah.
Because let's call it student class. So it will accept this one now. Oh, sorry, I need to run this command again. Sorry. Then in the meanwhile, so student class, let's call it student class. So it's not taking class because of PHP class keyword. I suppose it's going to bounce it, say no. So meanwhile, before I proceed, let's just change it to student class so that we don't. So let's make it student class.
Underscore class.
Because yes, exactly. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Underscore class. Yes, student underscore class. And because this one is now set as a class, so this will now be called student underscore class underscore ID. We agree now.
Yeah, but would that not be like a relationship?
That's a relationship. It's a relationship now.
Okay, but we don't have a table for that. No, we have a table for the rest.
That's what we're creating. So we're creating it now. We're creating this table now. But this, because we changed, before this was class underscore ID, because it was class here. So now that we've changed this table to student underscore class. So this is now student underscore class underscore ID.
Sense now. Yeah, so that table is a relationship, just like the
relationship to this
class.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Since that. So then this class will have, so say yes. So remember the ID feed is by default. Symfony will handle that for you. They will just create a name feed for the class. SS1, SS2 here. Let's go back and call this name. So it can be a string. So let's make it 50 because I think the maximum of the class is like 50. So 50.
But that will not be name. That will be student underscore class now. The new.
No, so yeah, we've added that already. So that's it here. Student class.
Okay.
So remember, Symfony will contain, so underscore, it represents capital letters and underscore. Symfony will convert this underscore.
Yeah.
It does not like underscore, so it uses capital letters underscore here. So
this now. Which property are we creating now? Which entity are we creating?
Student class. So we're creating this table now.
Student class.
Yes, we're creating this table now.
Yeah.
I gave it class before. Student class. And I said, okay, student class now. It's accepted student class. So I said, I want to create student class. Now, I want to create the name. Now, remember, this student class has a name. This is the name column. You get so this ID, it's handled by Symfony. So you don't worry about the ID. But now to give it a name now. So I've created a name. Remember, it's like the class will have a name now. 1, GSS1, 2, GSS3. Exactly. So this is the name, and I'm saying 50. So can this field be null? I'll put a null. Then I'll create my created arts just to track basically, just for debugging. So created arts, date, no, then updated arts. Updated arts, no, then enter again. So it has created this table for me. And let me show you that's created this table for you. So if you look at this stuff now, if you go back to our entity now, source entity, we can see we now have students and student class. So you can see it now. We have students and student class, but now we have not built a relationship between student and student class yet. We just have our student table and our student class table. Now let's now build a relationship. Now let's see how Symfony now build a relationship between these two tables for us. So now let's go back to our student class. So I'll go back to that command again. Because I want to go back to
but that updated art and created art is not on the student class table.
Is there? Oh yeah, on every table. I did not add it on the table because I'll do on by default to add it. It's not here.
Okay,
I just add it to every table. Just to track when it was created and when it was
I got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna add it on every table. Yeah. So now let's go back to now. I want to enter back out into. So remember, Symfony said you can create or you can update. It will help you do either you create or you update. But now because we have our student table already, Symfony will not tell us that this table is already exists. It means that you want to update. So let me give it. It's asking which table do you want to exist. I'll say students.
Students, yeah.
Yeah, students. Then Symfony will tell me that your entity already exists. So you see entity like a table. I tell you, anywhere you see entity, just use a table. So your table already exists. So it means that you want to add new feed to this table. I'll say yes. Symfony, you are smart. So what do I want to add? I want to add students class. So this is my relationship. I want to relate this student now to student class. So I'll say I want to add student class. Enter. Symfony will tell you what does this field want. I'll say no. This field is not a string. It's not an integer. It's a special column called relationship. So I'll type relationship here.
Okay.
Symfony will now tell you which class do you want to relate this stuff to. So which entity do you want? I will now say I want to relate to the student class. You get enter. Symfony will now tell you what is the type of relationship. Is it a many to one, a one to many, a many to many, and a one to one? Now let's look at this. Now, Symfony even gives you the description. It says if it's a many to one, it means that each student relates to one student class.
Interesting.
Each student class can relate to many student objects. If it's a one to many, each student can relate to many class, and each class can relate to. But from this example now, what we want to achieve is this first one. Now, let me prove it to you. Each student must relate to one class. We agree now?
Yes.
And each class can have many students. That's correct, Nabi?
Yes, yes. That's correct.
Yes. So this is what we'll pick as a relationship. So you can see Symfony even gives you example. You say so if you don't understand it, Symfony can give you example of okay, so remember each student must have one class. So each student is one, student is 3, and each class can have many students, which is like a real world. So you have SS1 having 10 students. But now this is the one to many. Let's see the opposite of it. One to many is saying each student can relate to many classes. No, that's not possible. This now. So bros, we agree now. We agree is the first one now.
Yes. It's not possible.
Yeah.
You can see the way Symfony makes it very simple for you. So I'll just type many to one. Exactly. That's what I've looked at.
Yeah, but the second one said each student class relate to one student.
At the bottom. So yes, so you're saying each student can relate to many class objects. So you can have each student entering to just 1, just 2, just 3, and each class relates to only one student. That's not what we want now. So you are saying just 1 will have only one student.
No, to many students. Okay.
Exactly. So is this first
one? That's the one to many and many to one.
Exactly, many to one. You see it's like it's like opposites. You see it's like so we're saying for this one, we're saying each student must have one class at a time, and each class can have many students.
It's like probability, mathematics.
Exactly, probability. Exactly. Then you can see now. Let's see. So many to many is where this thing comes in here. Many to many. This is a many to many relationship. So let's do a many to many relationship. It says each student can relate to many classes, and each classes can relate to many students. So for teacher that teaches multiple subjects, this is what we use. What we get. Each teacher can teach multiple subjects, and each subject can be taught by multiple teachers.
Yes.
You get it now? So for this relationship here, between teachers and class, and between class and subject, we will use a many to many. Because each of these...
Sorry, but you said each student can relate to... Okay, we'll take the student as a teacher now.
Yes, I'm just saying teacher. No, not in this case. So I'm just saying when we get to this case of teacher and class.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the same way when we get there, it will also break it down for us like this. It tell
each
class can be taught by multiple teachers.
It's a powerful tools, very powerful. It makes coding very easy. Those procedures we keep on writing.
No. It's just for you to understand.
The instructions.
Exactly. As soon as you map this thing in and it's well, Symfony will take the rest for you. It will just be doing for you behind the scene. It's just going to give you the right instruction. Don't miss the instruction because it's asking you now. It has even given an example. So let's go. So for this, we're going with a many to one. We agree each student must have one student class, and each class can have many students. Yes. So let's pick this first one. So many to one. Good. Now it's not telling you that is the student underscore class. So the relationship between student and class, is it allowed to be known? What does this mean? It means that, do you want this relationship I want to create? Can you allow no? So can you have a student that does not have a class? Do you want it like that? No, exactly. It's not possible. Exactly. So I'm saying no. I'll say no here. Every student must be assigned a class compulsory. So I'll put a no here. So that's what this thing means. It's telling you the relationship. I'm creating a relationship between student and class. So this is one table. This is another table. So it's linking these two tables together, and it's saying this relationship now, is it allowed to be known? I will say no. So when you're creating your table, you must assign a class to a student. Mandatory. Exactly. I will say no. It's not allowed to be known. Say good. And I said, do you want to add a new property called student class to the student table such that you can easily, with this method, so Symfony wants to create one method for you that you can easily just call this method for you, and it will give you all the students in a particular class. So student class get students. This method for you will give you all the students in a particular class. And I'll say yes, I like it. Because if I want to get, so instead of me writing a query with this stuff, if you put JSS1 get class, Symfony will give you all the students in JSS1 just with this command here. I'll say yes, I like it.
So it will not be student class key get student JSS1.
So no, so the way to come is that on our coding, this student class will be the class you want.
Oh, JSS1.
Add the student class to JSS1, so it will be JSS1 get students.
Then get students, yeah.
Get students. JSS3. So this thing will do on our code, we'll convert this part to. So remember, this is a variable. This is a variable.
Yeah, it changes.
It changes, exactly. So we'll tell it JSS1, we'll change it on our program and say, okay, so this is a variable. So we'll now pass the class we want in this variable, and Symfony will get all the students for us in that class.
So that bracket now, would that be a string or an integer?
This one here.
Yeah.
So this tells that it's a method, it's a function.
Okay.
But remember, function goes with the bracket now.
Yeah, but something's in that bracket, like a string or
exactly. So for now,
what we're expecting.
It's empty.
Okay, I know.
So for now, it's empty. Yeah, Symfony will take care of that. So the only thing we'll change in our code is that we will not assign this variable.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
And
Symfony will take it for us. Just give us all the students that class. I will say yes, I like it. I like that. Yes. There is that telling you that okay, fine, for you because you like it, I'm going to create a student inside the student class just to map. I'll say yes, I like that. Most of the time is yes. So that's what this means. So it means that because you like that, I'm going to add a student relationship also into the student class. I'll say yes, that's fine. What do you want to call it? I'll say student, that's fine. Now it says, so good. So this is another thing. Do you want to automatically delete often student object remover? So what this thing means is that, do you want it that when a class is deleted, so when a class is deleted, all the students attached to that class should be deleted?
No.
That's what Symfony is asking you. So do you want that when you delete a class, all the students of that class should be deleted?
Yes, yes, because if you don't delete the student will not be under any class.
Exactly. It should be
like we are currently working. If you delete a category, maybe you delete the parent category. Yes. The subcategory will not have anywhere to be found.
Exactly.
Delete the subcategory.
Sorry.
Yeah. If you delete the subcategory on the inactive side, you can't see that subcategory because the parent category is still active. Yes. So it won't be under any category there.
Category, yes. So that's what Symfony is asking us. Now they delete that. So where the developer? What do we want? Do you want that when you delete a class, all the students attached to that class should be deleted?
But excuse me.
Yes.
What if we really need to work with the students afterwards?
Exactly. So that's another thing.
That's why you have to distribute them to other class before you delete that.
Exactly. Yeah. So you see it now. You have to move them to other classes first.
Yeah.
So before you are a developer. So what do you want? So if you need the student record, you have to assign that student to, because a student cannot be classless in our application.
Okay. Yes.
So
in some cases, like my software, you can't delete that class until you move everybody out. Then to not show delete. Then you
exactly.
Can delete. When there's a student under that class, you can't delete it.
Exactly. So that's what Symfony is asking you for now. So normally we should say, before you delete the parents, you have to move all the child away from the parents. And make it free for us. So that's what Symfony is asking now. So do you want to totally delete an orphan child? So a child. So yes or no. So for this, should we put yes? Should we put no? So depending on our scenario, do you want to delete? So let's put yes. But most times on coding, I basically do not give chance to delete. I only make it inactive.
Rather we archive.
Because you can archive it for future record. So I just make it inactive. So let's make it
inactive.
Yes, we can make it inactive. It's active, inactive. But now let's not make it no. We don't want it automatically delete orphans. Just
okay.
So no, so that's fine. So it has done it. So it's done. It tells you that it has created a relationship for you. And let me show you that it created a relationship for you, for us. So let's go back to our our student class. See what Symfony will do. So remember, okay, let me make this. So let me make this 8.1. Good. So see what Symfony has done. So Symfony has done, it has created an ID, which we agree now, on the student entity. It has an ID. It has a surname, which is a string 255. It has a first name, which is string 255. It has a middle name, which is string 255, but it is nullable. You can see that null. It can allow for null for this only column. So nullable is set to true. It has an address, which is test. Remember, for address, we use a test now. We didn't use a string. We use a test. It has a phone number, which has 20 characters, which is a string. We have the created at, which is a date time. We have the updated at, which is a date time. Now, see what Symfony has done. Symfony has created a table called, a relationship called the student underscore class, and is a many-to-one relationship with the students. So many to one. Remember, it was many to one we picked now, bros. Now we agreed now.
Yes, yeah.
So it has created a many to one relationship
Mm-hmm.
with the students. You get. Then so this is where Symfony maps the relationship. Now let's go back to student class. Let's come here now. We'll see something like this is a collection. So the opposite of many to one here is one to many on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? So this table now, this relationship is mapping to this relationship. But Symfony will do that for you. Don't worry. I'm just trying to explain it to us so that we can see it. So what does this mean is that this stuff here on this student class, this will tell, remember this student class, this will give us all the students on this class. This method here will give us all the students on this class.
Okay.
This here will give us which class the student belongs to.
Okay.
Bros, does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good. So you can see this student class will tell us, and you know the funniest thing, look at it where it says student class, it did not say student classes. So under the student table, I have a student class, which will tell me which class this student belongs to. But under the student class, I have a students, which is a plural. Students. So it will tell me how many students are in this class.
In this class.
So you see the way Symfony is mapping this stuff for us now. Exactly. So it tells you, so the other side is a plural. Because you can tell you on that JSS1, give me number of students in JSS1, give me all the students. So it makes it a plural. But the side for the student is a singular. It's not student classes because student only belongs to one class. Yet. So now we've done the relationship. So what it means that we have successfully built a relationship between the students and
the classes.
Student classes. So let me run. So let's sit on our back end now.
Okay.
Yes, so let me run. So that good enter. So let's run the migration now to convert. So remember, because we created 2 new files, they are red. So Git has said we've added these 4 files that it doesn't know yet. So now let's create a migration. We have to convert this. This is called doctrine. This is Symfony doctrine doing the mapping for us. But Symfony has to convert it to SQL that SQL understands. So let's run this command now. So this is the command to run. PHP bin console make migration. You copy this stuff, run it here. It will convert these things we've done now between the student and the class relationship to convert to SQL raw command. See, it has done it for us. So if you go to this file now, this is the file that's created for us now. So let's look at this file together. It says, so this is the SQL command now that we just did. That's converted those things that we did to SQL. Create table, ID, auto increment, not null. Class, student class ID. So you can see the stuff that we did here. Students class ID. So this is here. Student class ID, not null. Let's continue. Then surname.
But there's an integer there before the not null.
Yes, it's an integer. Yes, it's an integer.
Okay.
Because that integer is standing as a relationship to this integer here.
Yeah.
This one. Remember, 1 will be 1 here now. So 1 here will be 1 here, integer. Yes, it's an integer. But it's an integer relationship. And you see how Symfony will tell you that it's a relationship also. So let's just continue. You see it that. So class underscore ID, not null. Surname, voucher 255, which we agreed, not null. First name, voucher 255, not null. Middle name, voucher 255, but it has a default of none. So it can allow, this can allow a null value. Yes. Address is a long text. Phone number is a voucher 20. Exactly, not null. It has the created at which is date time. It has an updated at which is date time. Then let's go. Then it has an index. Now see it now. Nothing that this relationship. The class underscore ID. So this is the class student class ID. Student class underscore ID is a relationship, and the ID is the primary key. Fine, but it hasn't proven it here. So you just say that, okay, note that this table is a relationship and this ID is the primary key. Remember now, we said for every table, this will be the primary key. So you say that this table is a primary key. This has a relationship, but it hasn't mapped into the relationship yet. You just say that this table, sorry, so you say that this table is a primary key ID, and this table has a relationship. So let's continue. Then the next thing to do is that it will create the class table, student class, which has an ID, a name, voucher 50, created at, updated at, and it tells you that on this table, the primary key is ID.
So sorry, how did you add the data time to that updated and created at?
Yes, because when I was creating it, I selected date time.
Oh, date time, all right.
Yes, date time. I selected date time. So that's why Symfony maps it to date time.
Yeah.
It's mapping it exactly to date time. Now, this is where it does the relationship. It now tells you that alter table. Remember, we created first, we went back to edit that same table. We now said alter table, add constraint relationship, foreign key, link this student underscore class ID to the student class ID, which is the primary key. So it's telling you that alter this table students. So let me show you. Let me make it very.
So that alternates like when we came back to
edit. Exactly. When we edit, you are editing this table. Exactly. So you say alter table students. Now, link the student class underscore ID of these students. Remember, we're altering this table students. Now we're altering this table students. Link the student class underscore ID, which is alter table students. Link the student class underscore ID as a foreign key relationship to referencing. It should reference, so this table, which is a foreign key, should reference this student's ID, which is the primary key of this table. Does it make sense, boss?
Yeah.
Mr. Ogo, does it make sense?
Just go ahead.
So now let's run this. Remember, let's run this command, migrate. So let's run this. So this will now push our stuff to create the table. So let's run this now. Yes, it says yes, I want to run it, yes. So it's done. So let me show you that it is done. So let's look at it and let's compare what we have currently in our database. So localhost, PHP admin. So let me, there's a, okay, so no.
So this localhost, now you just tap it on your browser and to pick up Symfony localhost.
No, yes. So no, I want to access my PHP admin, my database.
That's the question I was asking. No, for procedural, we'll go to the XAMPP, we type localhost to the browser.
Yes.
Then we refresh and all that. So for this now, how are we going to run it for the localhost?
So good. Symfony has, so if you run this, so let's go back to the Symfony documentation. So if you run this command on Symfony to start Symfony, you access Symfony from this port, not localhost. So remember, we're mapping 112.0.0.1 port 80. So we're going to run Symfony from. So okay, so good. Let me just map it here. Let me run this command here. How you see it? So if I run this command here let me run it on terminal 2. You can see Symfony is started.
So can you open different terminal?
Yes, we can put 10 terminals. Yes.
Okay.
Plus, this plus key gives another terminal.
Okay.
Another terminal. You can see terminal 4. I can do different things on terminal. Yes, you can open different terminal. You can close it also. So this terminal is saying that it started. So if I want to access Symfony now, I'll just open this thing here and show you my Symfony project. But now remember, there are two stuff that we're doing. While Symfony is run on the Symfony server, our database is run on the XAMPP server. Remember now, I needed to
Yes.
my XAMPP to start this stuff.
Yeah.
For me to access XAMPP, I must access this XAMPP from localhost because I'm not running this XAMPP from Symfony server. Yeah, that's how I'm accessing it from localhost PHP admin. So let me open it as a private browser. Just a minute. Yeah. So this stuff is redirected. Okay, no, let me open it from Table Plus. My system is already set to redirect. Let me open it from Table Plus. It's already set to redirect. Let me go from Table Plus. So let me show you that it has created those tables. Let's open Table Plus. Where's my localhost? Okay, this is my localhost. Yeah. And yes, okay, this is my localhost. And let's look for Vision 100K students. Remember, this is the name of our project now. On our .env file, we can see it from our in.env file. This is our connection to our localhost, and our name of project is Vision 100K student system. So this is our database here, Vision 100K student system. So I'll open it here. So you can see it has created.
So this browser, is it your local host or?
Yes, my localhost. My localhost.
Okay.
This is accessing my local system, my localhost. Yeah. So let me show you. This is my localhost. So if I put this, if I right click this stuff now, edit. You can see this tree showing 127. So this is my localhost port 3306 local root, no password. So this is my localhost. But if we go in live, we'll just replace these credentials with what AWS will give us. You understand? AWS will give you their hosts, their ports, their username, their password.
So that's you open a Symfony browser and a localhost browser.
No, so this tool I'm using is a separate tool. I'm using a special tool called Table Plus. You can also download it, it's free.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a free application also, Table Plus. And
yeah, where I'm a bit confused is when we are running it on the localhost.
Yes, just type localhost/phpMyAdmin. It will bring it for you. It's because my system is configured to redirect to HTTPS. That's why it's misbehaving. That's why that built it for me, but it's configured to. It's going to HTTPS. I don't want to go online. It's going to the browser.
Okay.
That's why. That's why I'm using another tool. But on your system, just type localhost/phpMyAdmin to give you your local database.
Okay.
I'll post it on the group also. Let me just paste on the group. Let me post it there, sir. Let me just put it there.
So that's the link that we used to run the
access your database.
Yeah, so for that. Okay.
So this is it. So localhost.
Just like we are using localhost for the XAMPP, that procedure.
Exactly. Okay. So this is where you access your database. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just start your XAMPP server. Put that in. It's going to pop up your database for you. So what I'm seeing here, you see it. Exactly.
Okay.
So now let's go to the last time, which is 100K. And you can see this is student, and this is the student class. So let's compare with what we have on our map and what we have here. So we have student class, which is student class here. We agree now. We have ID name. Here we have ID name. We have created at, updated at, which these two I always like to add it. Let's go to our students. Students, we have ID, surname, first name, middle name, address, student has phone number. So let's go. So we have ID. Now, because you understand that this thing is a relationship, it brought it first. You see, this is very important. So you brought it first. So we now have ID, students class underscore ID, surname, first name, middle name, address, phone number, updated that. So Symfony has mapped these two tables together for us automatically. So this stuff here will represent the ID of this table here.
Okay.
So now let's do a test. Let's do a test. Let me add row JSS1. Let me just add. Let's just do a test, a quick test. JSS1. Let's add JSS1 for the classes. Now, so let's see how Symfony can detect this stuff for you. So today's date is 2024, 9th, 28th, and the time is 11:46:00. Control A, Control C. So let's put all our classes we have. Let's say we have. Let me just load all the classes. So let's have this is so 1, 2, 5. Let's see. And so I'm trying to mix up what we have here. 1, 2.
Understand.
So this is 2. This is 2. This is 3. This is 1. Sorry. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. Let me see. So we now have this record of, so our class table is now correctly updated. We have all our classes that our school offered. JS1, JS2, JS3, JS1, JS2, JS3, alumni. If they've left the school, good. So this is our class table working well. Let's now add students. Now we're playing with our back end, but in real, this will come from what the user bring in. But let's just play with it basically. So let's see how safe. So let's put the first one is 1. Let's say so. Let's put Mobide. Let's put Kelly, and we allow this to be null, so I can leave this. It's empty. So let's put Benin City as our address. The phone number, let me just put 080111111. Yeah, that's fine. Now this, good. And let me save it. Let me form smart. Let me save this stuff. It's better than error. Do you know why? Students must be assigned a class.
Huh?
Students must be assigned to a class.
Okay. Yes.
You see it now. So it's asking students must be assigned. You are violating a key. There's a relationship between student ID and the class underscore ID, and you're not putting it here. So which class? So if I put in, let's say I put in 10 here, of which 10 is not a class here. How to form smart? Let me put 10 here and let me save it. So we got error.
It gives you an error.
Yeah, because it did not find any class assigned to 10 from here.
10.
Yeah, bros, I don't know if it makes sense. So,
does it make sense? Yeah, it makes sense. Yes.
So now, yes, if I want to make this class, if I want to assign that student to SS1, what should I put in there as this place here? So what should be here? If I want to make this class SS1.
SS1?
4.
Yes. If I want to assign my student to
SS4.
SS4.
It's 4. It's 4.
Exactly. So if I change it to 4, yeah.
And you save.
Save, yes, it's accepted. Now, exactly. So if I click on 4 here now, let me click on 4. It tells you 4 is SS1. You just stick to 4. So it means that this guy is
in SS1.
And you can see this arrow. It tells you that this 4 is not a normal 4. This 1 is a normal 1. This 4 is a relationship 4.
Yeah, that's why there's a key.
Yeah, it's a key. It's a foreign key. So you can look at if you look at this 1 now, the normal 1. But say this 4 is a special 4.
It's a special 4.
Yeah. So this 4 is relating to.
There's something inside the 4.
Yeah, there's something inside this 4. This 4 has a value. Exactly. So this 4 has a 4. Exactly. So if you click on this arrow now, it will not tell you what is inside this 4. You not tell you, oh, this 4 means that this person is SS1. So you can see how we are building our system, boss.
Yeah. So, but will you refresh? You know, like the procedure that we will save, we go to the local host and then we'll refresh.
Yeah. So because we are working on the back end, the system will magically refresh by itself. This is our database. But we're just trying to test if it's working and if it's mapped well. So we see that it's working well, it's mapping well. So it's behaving like we are expected to behave on this diagram. to relate to this, and you see that it's relating well. It gets it's relating well. You get, so the stuff is that now with this stuff, so good. Let's create another class for SS1. So let me create another student for SS1. Let me create maybe another record for Mr. Good. Then let's see our relationship. So let me just put Osas and Kelvin. Let's put on that student again, and let's see if our relationship is working very well. And let's say Kelvin has a name called Felix as his middle name. Then he lives in Benin City. All this record, we can delete it. We're just testing with the system to see if it's accurate. We can always delete it. That's the problem. We're in dev mode, so we can always play with our system. We're the one developing just to see if it's working as expected.
So we're trying to see if it's mapped correctly to.
If it's mapped correctly, exactly. Now, if I try to save this stuff now, to tell me that I am violating the rule because this OSAS must
has not been assigned to a class.
Yeah. So if I want to assign it to SS1 again now, so what class would I give it to now?
4.
4, exactly. Now 4. Good. So if you look at this 4 now, so I will save it. Good. Now with this relationship now, what it means is that a student must be assigned to one class. And a class can have multiple students.
Which is one to many.
Exactly. Do you agree, boss? Everybody agree that me?
Yeah.
So you can see now. So you can see from this stuff now, every student must be assigned to one class. Compulsory. You can only be on one class at a time. Compulsory. If you try to do that thing that you're saying, 4,3. Remember you're saying let us load methods together now. If you save it, it will bounce it.
If you bounce it.
It bounces. So it has to be one student, one class.
And
the class you are assigning to must be a class that it is properly structured on our class table, on our student class table. If you put an 8 here, it will reject
it's not there.
Exactly.
It only accept 7 for the alumni.
Exactly. But if I put 7 here, it will accept it. It's not okay. On 7, this guy is now an alumni.
Sorry, so when you put the 7, are you saving or you are refreshing?
Yes, you are saving. You are saving. Okay. You are going to save.
Okay.
So when you try to save, it will now tell you if it's allowed to proceed or
that's automatically. Yeah. So that's the difference between that ZAMP and this one.
Yeah, it's automatically. Yeah, automatically. Just tell you. So if I click on Control X, it's not tell me error or accept. So what is that? So what do you mean that each student can be in a particular class at a particular time. But we're having one class, which is SS2 now, can have multiple students, which is what we're having here.
Yeah, there's one to many. One to many.
Exactly. So you see it now. From one to many, one student. So one student
to one class.
No, so it's exactly one student to one class. One student to one class. One class to many students.
Many students.
You get it, bros?
Yeah.
So I'll give that this has worked with our. We've tested it. We've tested this. Is working with our requirement that we drew, and it's also working with our live scenario of classes.
So the name of this table now. What's the name of this table? Is the student table.
Yes. So this is top here. Look at it up.
Yeah,
so
the student table. Yeah, I've got that.
Student class table.
Yeah, student class table.
Yeah, this is student table. This is student class table. Yeah. So this student class.
This student class table now is 1-to-1.
So this student class, so this student class does not have a relationship.
Okay.
It's a parent table.
Yeah.
It's the students that we're trying to relate to the student class.
Just that we relate teachers to class.
Exactly. Same we relate teachers to the class. Exactly. So first, is it clear? Mr. Goodness, you don't say anything since. Is it clear? Because now we're doing about the back end. So you can see the way Symfony. So from those stuff we're giving in Symfony, those instructions, Symfony has created exactly what we want. And we've tested it that it is working. So this 4 you are seeing now is a special type of 4. It's a 4 with an arrow. So every other column does not have an arrow, except this column. Because it is stated that it is linking to something. And when you click on the arrow, to now pop up what is linking to, which is the student class. So that's what's happening here. This thing now is linking to something here. Yeah. So we've done this. So let's do this and also this. So for us to do this now, we have to have our teachers table. Now we already have our class table. Remember, we have our class table, but we don't have our teachers table yet. See, look at this stuff now. We don't have our teachers table yet. We have our school, we have our students, we have our student class, we have our term, but we don't have our teachers table yet. So we need to create a teachers table first before we can now link the teachers and the class together. Exactly. So let's create our teachers table now.
Okay.
So let's go back to Symfony. Let's go back to Symfony, and the command stays the same.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting. So this command stays the same, and we'll give you the same command.
Yeah.
So bin, comma, entity, make entity.
Yeah.
This is the command. We're trying to create another new entity now. So what will the table? So what will we call this table now?
As a teacher.
Exactly, teacher. So it will be called teacher. Enter. I don't want to do class. No. So remember, the ID is done by itself automatically. So we'll leave the ID. Next thing we'll do is the surname. So let's create for the surname. That's the teacher's surname, for example. So surname. Surname is a string. Yes, we accept string. And it's 255, which is fine. Let's make it 255. Can this field be null? Let's put a no. Teacher will have a surname compulsory.
A surname? No.
No. So no. Then the next thing we'll create now is the first name. So let's go back. First name. The string. 255. Can it be null? No. It cannot be empty because teachers will have two minimum criteria: first name and the surname.
And the surname.
Very good. So the next thing we create now is the middle name.
The middle name.
Middle name.
Which can be null.
So which is middle name? Is a string. The 255. Can it be null? Yes, because teachers will not have middle name. Yes, here. The next one we create now is address. So let's add an address. Let's use a test. So like to hold longer than 255. Can it be no? No, because teacher will have an address just for security purpose. Then the next one we'll create now is
called... sorry, I've seen some address column that will be none.
Yes, yes, good, because that one is in the UK they have like address 1, address 2.
Yeah.
That's the UK, but now we're bringing everything together. No, see that one at UK standard. So UK address 1 is always compulsory. Address 2 can be null.
Why will take right time inside?
So you break it into address 1, address 2.
You get it, laugh.
You get it. So if you want to do that one now, because we're doing in Nigeria.
Yeah, no, let's continue there. Yeah.
No, I like that question. But if you want to do this now, you have this one will be address 1, then this one will be address 2, and it can be null.
I'm not seeing the screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you are just the white okay on the address. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I've seen that.
So you break it into address 1.
Okay.
Address 1 is mandatory. Address 2 can be null.
Okay.
But in Nigeria, we just write our address one line. But in the UK, they spell into address 1, address 2, postcode.
A lot to learn, man.
My brother.
A lot to learn.
Yeah. So then this one is active. So remember, this is active. Why we did that? Remember, we say as much as possible, let us not delete record on our system.
Yeah.
So let us make, even if the teacher leaves us tomorrow.
Yeah. And then in our own system, we'll call it archived.
Like an archive. Exactly.
You can still archive the students.
Yeah, exactly. We want to archive the student just in case tomorrow we want to do some search.
Yeah, for my own system now, we can still go back to run a report on archive students. You get
exactly. Good. Exactly. So as much as possible, if you are coding, just try as much as possible not to delete. If worst case scenario, archive it.
Archive or disable.
Or disable. Exactly. Don't delete. As much as possible, don't delete. Because that student may come back. That student may leave and come back next tomorrow again.
Yeah.
Get in the hair. You'll not be deleting, creating. What the student leave today? After like 2 years, come back again. Just to enable the student record. And
we are in order. Yeah.
So this is active now. So let's create this active. So this is active is a boolean, true or false. I remember we said Symfony does not like using underscore. So for creating this stuff, it's going to be something like is
Vertical.
active.
Yeah.
That's what we agree now. So let's do that now. So the next thing we're creating is going to be is active, but it will convert it to the way it is on our database. So it's active. And it's saying because it has seen the is, is goes with true or false. Is it a boolean? I'll say yes, it's a boolean. Remember, boolean values are true or false.
Yeah.
It's just true or false are boolean value. Yes, true. It says, can this field be null? I'll put a no. So what it means that can it be true or false, or can it hold empty? But I want to be either true or false. It should not hold any empty value. So I'll put a no. Cannot be null. Then my debugging tool created out.
No.
So you can see, bro. So this I selected the time that it showed as default. So enter, no, then updated ads. Then no, then enter. So enter. Now let's show. Now we've now had a teacher. Can I see our teacher here? We've gotten our teacher entity, our teacher table that holds the ID, the surname, the first name, the middle name. It is nullable, which is true. It can be null. The address is a text. Active is a boolean. Then it has the created art. You get. So what we now have is that. So we've done this table. We've done this table. How can we now bring the relationship between the teachers and the class? How can we bring the relationship between the teachers and the class? So let's go. Let's do the relationship between the teacher and the class. So let's roll. So now let's go back and edit the teacher. Let's pick anyone. You can pick any. So let's go back and edit the teacher's column. And let's see. Clear? So let's see. The command is the same thing. So I want to create. So remember, this table is called a many. So when you see a table that holds the purpose of that table is just to hold two columns together. It's called a many-to-many relationship. So this is a many-to-many. The same thing. This is a many-to-many. It's just holding. For this table, this one does not really matter. This ID does not matter. So we can leave this blank. Same thing here. Does not matter. Our key here is that it is joining these two tables together. This is the cocoa. Same thing here. These tables together. So let's roll. And so which table? So what should I put in here? Because I want to edit this teacher. So what I should put here to be teacher, right? Everybody agree now? Okay. So this. Sorry, Mr. Ogo. Battery is low. Sure, I will send the video immediately. Battery is low. Nigeria Wahala. Sorry, let the video finish now. Oh, I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. Sorry, boss. Battery don't low. So, boss, now teacher will put in here, Nabi. We agree now.
Yeah.
Yeah, teacher. So, teacher, Mr. Ogo, say battery don't low. Teacher. Now, what I need to do here now is that I want to relate teacher to the class. So sorry, not the class, and the student class. So this table will now be called teacher underscore
class.
Student. Remember, PHP did not take it. PHP did not allow us to put class directly. So it will be called teachers underscore student underscore class.
Okay.
We agree now?
Yeah.
And remember, it was class before, but PHP did not let us to create this table as class because of the PHP unique name of class. So now this will be teacher underscore student underscore class. You get. Then this will be teacher's ID. Then this will be student underscore class ID. We agree now?
Yeah.
So good. So let's create this stuff now. Good. Let's create this stuff. That's making sense. So now let's create it now. So what do we need here now? Let's go back. So now we need. So you said name of the feed. Our name of our feed is called student class.
Okay.
You get, because that's the feed we want to add to our teachers table.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, to know which exactly. So let's
just like we did,
exactly, just like we did before, exactly. Yeah. So let's make it student class. You get, because we want to link our teachers and our student class together. You agree now?
Yeah.
And currently, we are currently on our teacher's class, editing our teacher class, but I'm trying to bring a relationship between our teacher and our student class together. So enter. And asking, is it a string? I will say no, it's a relationship. And which class is it related to? I will say students class. So this stuff we're building, we're trying to relate our teacher to our student class. So that's it. So whenever you see entity, it's also the table. You're asking, okay, this class, which table should be related to? I will say student class. Because I'm trying to bring a relationship between teachers and class. And currently I'm on the teachers table. I want to bring this thing together here. So I'll put the teachers, student class. It's not asking you, okay, fine, I've gotten it. So what is the relationship? Is it a one-to-many, a many-to-many, or a one-to-one? So let's look at what it's asking for. I think it has removed quite stretched stuff. It removed the stuff. But let's look at so let's look at this many-to-many. This is what we want. Many-to-many, but let's look at it. Each teacher can relate to or can have
Many students.
student class. Sorry, many student class, yes. So each teacher can teach many student class. One teacher A can teach maths in GSS1, maths in GSS2, maths in GSS3. So that makes sense. Teacher can teach many student class, and each student class can be taught by many teachers. Does it make sense, boss?
Yeah.
You see it now, exactly. So this is what we want. Because each teacher A can teach many classes.
Yeah.
And each class can also be taught by many teachers.
Yeah.
So you see it there. Exactly. So what we put here, we just put a many to many. That's what we want. Because okay, no, so let's look at others. This one say one to many. Each teacher can teach many classes, which is fine. But it say that each class can be taught by only one teacher. That's not what we want.
No.
Exactly. So this is not what we want. We want each class. Then this one that says each teacher can teach only one class, and each class can be taught by only one teacher. That's not also what we want.
No.
Exactly. So this is what we want now. So each teacher can teach many classes, and each class can be taught by many teachers. This is exactly what matches our secondary school scenario. So we'll put the many to many here. It's not saying. Do you remember this is a variable? Remember that thing. So this can be just one, this is just three. Is that saying that you want to add this function that if you put give me just one, it will give you all the teachers that is assigned to teach GSS1. I'll say yes, I like that. I like this, yes. Remember, this student class is coming from this table. And it can be anything. So it can be GSS1, GS2, GS3, GSS1. So, but this function will tell you, do you want us to, when you pass GSS1 for a year, do you want us to get all the teachers assigned? I'll say yes, I like this. I like this function. Add it to it. I'll put a yes. Okay, good. Yes, I'll say teacher says that's fine. This is going to add this to it. I say yes, that's fine. Then that's done. Then I'll put an enter. Finish. That's all. I'm done.
Yeah. It's clear.
Yeah, you get it. Then I'll create a migration. It will convert it to S. Remember, this command is to convert to SQL code.
Yeah. That migration.
Yeah, exactly, migration. Then, okay, so let's look at the SQL code that we've done now. So let's look at what it has done. What it did is that it created a teacher class for us. No, you didn't say. Oh. So create table teacher. So it created the teacher class, the ID, the surname, the first name, the middle name, the address is active. This is a boolean, true or false. You just have one value, true or false. Then the created at or updated at. The primary key for this table is the ID.
Yeah.
Then it's now going to create a table for us called teacher student class, which is this here.
Yeah, that's
Teacher
relationship.
student class, exactly. And this table will have two tables. ID, teachers underscore ID, linking to the teacher's ID, and student underscore ID, which is this, linking to the student ID. That's all.
Mhm.
You see that? You see the faces Symfony has mapped this for us. So let's run. Let's create this table now. This command will create this table for us. So good. So let's clear. And let me show you this table existed. So let's refresh. If I refresh this, so this will refresh on table plus refresh button. And you can see our teacher and our teacher class, linking the teacher and the student class ID together. So let's add a teacher here. So let's open with that. I think so. We see that we've achieved what ones are achieved today. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we achieved, but let's just add a record. So let's test if our system is working very well. So let's say number 1 is teacher Osaro. Let's just play with it. Osaro Frank. Middle name can be No, and he lives in let's say Ugbowo, Benin City. He's active, he's very active, he's an active teacher. And created that is, let me just pick it from here so to be fast. Let me copy this. Yeah, today it was created now and updated last today also. And let's save it. No,
So, but that updated that the date must be there must be some. Okay, it's not no, it's true.
yeah, it's
must
not
not
no.
be-
There must be something.
yeah.
There must be something. Yeah, but all this will come from our program. It will automatically be updating anytime.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. Yeah. So now, so let's now assign. So this is our student class. This is our student class. This is our. This is our. Okay, let me take it down. Okay, let me make it good. This is our teacher. Osaro is 1. This is our student class. So let's say Osaro teaches JS1, JS2, JS3. So how we do it now? So how do we assign that in our system? And so Osaro teaches JSS1.
So we'll go to the student, teacher underscore student
Exactly.
class. Yeah.
And we'll do teacher Osaro 1, JSS1 1.
Yeah, 1.
Add on that one again. Osaro again 1.
1. Yeah.
JSS1 is 2. JSS 2.
Yeah.
And Osaro again 1. JSS1 is 3.
Yeah.
You get. So this stuff now, what we've done is that I'll say teacher Osaro teaches class 1, which is this class 1 now. If we click on this class 1 now,
yeah,
it take us to JSS1.
Yeah.
If we click on just class 2, take us to JSS2.
Yeah.
It takes us to class 3, take us to JSS3.
Mm.
Click on 1 here, it take us to Osaro. So what this thing means that Osaro teaches JSS1, JSS2, JSS3, exactly the same way it is here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That. So our system is working perfectly well. So you can see that.
Interesting.
So these are you can map different teachers to different classes.
So this teacher, sorry, this what's it called? The teacher underscore student underscore class. It's just having just 2 tables, which is the teacher ID and the student ID.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the main
yeah.
thing. Yes, just 2 tables, just to join 2 tables together, basically.
Yeah.
This is not, so a many-to-many relationship is just joining 2 tables together. Because why? Because one of these can do multiple of these. That's the problem. So you cannot put it in one column. Exactly. So that's just basically. And the same thing we'll do here for class and subject.
Yeah. So for this now, we'll do the subject table first.
Yes,
Since we have the class.
God bless you. God bless you, sir.
Yes, since we have the class already. And then we'll not go for the relationship between the 2 of them.
That's just
Mm.
You see that exactly.
Yeah.
Once we have the subject table, they will not click class to not get it. So by next week, we would have finished this entire database and put that into. So you see that.
But is there a relationship between these results? We don't have a relation for results.
Yes.
We have. Yes.
Lots. This result is going to be very complex. It has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, because we don't have single table for the result first.
Exactly. So we have to create all our relationship first. This will not be the last table we'll now link of everything to. So this result to have relationship with the students,
Mm.
to have relationship with the session, to have relationship with the term,
Yeah.
relationship with the class,
Yeah.
I'll have relationship with the subjects.
Mm.
You get?
Yeah.
But just maybe might just repeat this call, I beg.
All right.
So hello, boss. So you see, boss, exactly. So, boss, you don't even get the concept for next week. Now, next week we'll just create our subject table, then relate it to this class. That's all. Then create our session table, then create the result table. We are good. You will notice our entity don't finish. We don't map everything into our database. So if you don't understand our entire project, then we cannot start building. So as you see this in our here, if that's you do it, also they clear. Am I audible? Can you hear me? That's you did mute. Anybody hear me? I think he's muted. Am I audible? No, I'm not. Am I audible? I'm audible. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you're audible.
So, bro, so now we don't finish now, eh? So, we'll
Yes.
come to GitHub. Let's see how we push this stuff now so that anybody will not join the class today can pull and get the latest changes we've made on this class. So, the first thing I will do is that I will create. So, I want to push now to GitHub. All right.
Okay.
Yes, I'll check a Git branch to check the branch I am currently.
No.
Master. So, number one, Git branch. The number two is that I will stash the branch. So stash is that everything I've done, I'll save it in memory. So git stash. That's number two. But it's telling me that there's nothing to stash, so that's fine. And I'll do a git pull. So why do I need to do a git pull? Just to check if there's any changes that have been done by anybody in our team. Of which I know anybody don't do it, but just to check if there's anything that anybody has done.
Yeah, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, to tell me up to date. So I'm good. And I'll now do a git stash apply. So in case anything where I save in memory, I cannot apply it here. So tell me no stash file, which is fine. Then I will now create a branch. So it will now be git branch feature.
So after the git pull, then you check. You say, okay,
Yeah,
so
so
already up to date. Yeah, then you now
yes,
do.
that's the git pull. To
That's
check,
okay.
let's say for example now, maybe Bros OZ don't push something to the branch
Yeah,
I never get.
yeah,
That's the
I get you.
not check if there's any changes that they've added because we're working together in a folder. But now it's saying that no, my folder is up to date, so that's fine. So now get branch feature, student, class, teacher, entity. So this is the here. So I've created a branch. So if I click on git branch now, I've seen that I've added two branches, master and this branch. But I'm currently on my master. Master is showing green. So I'll copy this branch and I'll write the command git checkout.
But these students, teachers, this thing, the student teacher, so you rename them all job because of
No,
the.
I just named it just to make it
Okay.
easy.
Okay.
I've created
But
student.
where would you always rename it? Where will you always rename it?
So I'm creating a branch, and this branch has to have a name.
Yeah. Okay. You can just take any name.
Yeah, it can be any name, any name.
But it will be part of what we have done.
Yes, exactly. That's why it should be related to what we've done.
Yeah, okay.
And I just say, okay, feature, student, class, teacher, entity. You just pick a name that relates to what we've done today. So now, I'll be creating a branch of the master. So I now have two branches. Before I was having a branch here, but because I ran this command, I now have two branches. So master and this. Now I want to go into this branch now. So that's the git checkout, this branch. So enter. So you tell me that I've switched now from the master branch to this branch. So if I click a git branch, I will see that now before the master was green, but now this is green because I have now switched into this branch. Then I will add the command git status. Determine these are all the files we've worked on today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the 8 files we have to push to our GitHub so that anybody that clones will have access to this new update we've done. So I will add the command git add source migration. So what this does is that I'm going to pick just the first name, basically the source, just the first folder and the migration. She's going to add everything inside this folder and inside the source that is not added already. So I'm going to enter. It has added everything now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Yes. So if I click on git status now, you can see that before it was red, now it's green. So I've added it, but it's waiting for me to commit it finally. So I'll do the git commit /m. I'll give it a commit name feature. Let me say student class, teacher entity. So this is like a commit message I'm doing. It should be related to what we've done. So enter. So this will commit it. So if I think it's a git status now, everything is clear. Now if you see this stuff now, before it is green, it is red now. If I click on my screen now, it will turn to white because it now knows that it's part of it. So let me click on it, and everything is now white because it now knows it. I've added it to my GitHub. So what I need to do is that now I need to check my branch. So this is the name of my branch, and I need to push it to our repository. It will be git push origin this. So this will push it now to our repository online.
Yeah.
If I go back to the repository, if I refresh this repository now, I should see that it doesn't have it already. Feature student branch has been pushed to.
Yeah, but after creating the branch, then you take the command again, git to see the branch you are, or you check out.
Git branch.
Scroll down, yeah, scroll down.
Yeah, that's it here. So
yeah, no, that okay, wait, okay. Yeah, creating the branch. Then the next one is a git branch. You to check your branch again.
Yes, I just want this. So this branch, I just want to confirm that this branch has been created.
Okay.
It's like me just confirm. I want to see, okay, if I say okay, it has been created, then this checkout means I want to enter into this branch.
There's our new branch that was created.
Yes, our new branch. Yeah, I want to move now from this master.
Why did they show the master when you write git branch?
Yeah, to list all the branches you have.
Okay, all branch.
All branch, yes. To list all branches, all branches you have.
Yeah. It's true.
It tell you that you have master branch, you have this branch. But tell you that currently you're on your master because master is a green.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I want to check out into this stuff now.
Yeah,
that's it. You get.
Yeah.
So this is stuff. So I'll create a pull request.
Yeah.
Myself, add everybody in the team.
Yeah.
Which is like to verify. Add everybody in the team.
Yeah.
Just put a description saying the Symfony entity many one relationship and many to many relationship. Then we did, so we created the students, we created the teachers, we created the students class and the teachers class. Now create a pull request. So now just for anybody now to not go through it. So we created 8 files today. So what we've done now, we created 8 files today, and each file has the 8 file has 648 new lines of code. That's what I got our.
Mm.
You see it now, and there are 8
Yes.
files. So as soon
Yeah, I've
as
seen it.
you say, so you can just approve, then I can have.
Yeah, well, can I use my phone to approve?
Yes. Now, are you on your GitHub already? No, I
Yeah,
think
let me
you
open it.
have to be on your laptop on your
Laptop, yeah, that's the
No,
problem.
no need to rush, bro. Anytime.
Okay.
So you see the something. So by next week now, you just to create these subjects, then create relationship between student and class.
Yeah. Yeah, that's then we'll create the subject and class, then the results.
Exactly.
That's just the last one left then for the mapping.
Well done. So you can see, Symfony makes it very easy for you. Just
Yeah.
mapping, relationship, select the table, put the relationship many to one. It will give you many to one. Is it like this? Can we take that way to explain? It's trying now. It's trying.
Yeah, it's trying. No stress at all.
No stress. This is no stress at all.
Yeah.
This is no stress at all.
Yeah.
So if you understand the way this back end, because your application starts from, if you get the relationship right, you get the application right. Before we go higher to the controller level now. Now we finish our, remember now MVC now. So this is the model level we are. So from the model, we can go the controller. Before we can go our front end, which is our interface.
By December, we're going to be through with this project.
Yeah, so the target is December.
Okay.
The target is December.
So where are we going to learn about debugging?
So debugging, as they build now, so we're going to debug. As they build now, so we're going to debug. So this stuff now, where they test now, so I'm only debugging now currently.
Okay.
So I'm testing now.
So what of the fixing of bug?
So the fixing of bugs come from our controller side of things.
Yeah. What causes the error? At times it'll just be error. A code you wrote like this, you program everything, debug. So how the error comes in during the production, we are using it already.
And sometimes, if you get some, so if you test result, if you get something like say you not test, or you get changes where the developer just need push, we go affect something else again.
Okay.
And they don't normally, if you do a fixing of a bug, you're supposed to test the entire system. But sometimes because of laziness, they will just fix one, forget to test everything, they just push them.
Okay.
So you fixing one, you don't create problem for another place where you're supposed to do it. But to test the hard, because all those developers are very lazy.
Yeah.
Even me the same thing. I just push and go. What's the worst? If they'll call you tomorrow, say, once it doesn't spoil you again, we'll go back, go fix it. But normally, if you fix any bug, you're supposed to test your entire system to make sure that's what you fix. You don't affect any other thing again. Because you're adding a change. So you fixing the bug, means that you are changing the system. You are changing something, you're adding something you're adding something to the system. So you're supposed to check whether that's what you add affects any other thing whether they run before. Get it. So most times it will be. So that will fix one, that will create problem from that place again.
Yeah.
Fix this one. That's what sometimes if you say they don't even test fully, they just deploy it to life.
Okay.
So let me stop recording. So I miss this space. Yeah. But I think if we go to this stuff, let me stop recording. We'll see the power of